Of a billion Indians are pinned on the Sunday test against Australia, as it will be a make or break for the Indian side. It is this game that decides whether India is still in the running for the final spot in the World Test Championship. And while the playing 11 will be seen in the final moments of the game once it commences tomorrow, rumour mills are abuzz ever since head coach Gautam Gambhir did a pre-match press conference in the absence of Rohit Sharma. Ever since, there's been unending speculation and several reports state that Rohit Sharma has opted out of the fifth test. In his absence, ace pacer Jasprit Bumrah will lead the side to retain the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. This has triggered a wave of possibilities which may now kick in. Will it be Shubman Gill in front instead of Rohit Sharma? That's the first big possibility we're looking at. Jasprit Bumrah perhaps will now take over as the captain instead of Rohit Sharma if he's going to be rested. Furthermore, remember Akash Deep is injured, so he's also not a part of the playing 11. Will it then be Harshit Rana or Prasidh Krishna? That's the two big possibilities that are staring at us. There's also Dhruv Jurel. Will he replace Rishabh Pant? That's the next big possibility. And if any of this were to be believed, what does this mean for the Indian side in the fifth and the final test match at Sydney? We decode that with our experts in just a bit for the next few minutes. But there's also much talk about a dressing room conversation that seemed to have leaked and is being talked about not just on social media, but when confronted, Coach Gambhir briefly remarked on it. Here's what he said. He said, and I quote, "Every individual knows in which area they need to work. When you play for your country, you want to give your best." He further said debates between a player and a coach should remain between them. Furthermore, said conversations should be restricted to the dressing room. Everything is fine with Rohit. When he was questioned about whether or not Rohit will make it to the playing 11, why so low-key in Sydney, that's what he said. He also said we will announce the playing 11 after seeing the pitch, and said we had just one conversation in our dressing room. How we will win the next test, he says, it is important for us, so that's what's being deliberated upon. Those were the words of head coach Gautam Gambhir in the pre-match press conference. Let's quickly open this up with our guests joining us this evening. We have Vimal Kumar, sports journalist, with us, along with Atul Vasan, former Indian cricketer. A very good evening to both of you, gentlemen. Atul, what do you make of the ongoing drama, if I may say? Because I said very recently, I don't remember the last time when a test match was spoken of so much outside of the cricket domain. But, with possibility of Rohit Sharma being rested, Jasprit Bumrah taking over as the captain, all of those possibilities being spoken of in these reports. How is it sinking?
Well, you know what, you people have been talking about it, and you've hyped it up so much because, I can't understand, because whatever, as Gautam Gambhir said, it is just so obvious, what has he said so out of the ordinary that everybody should know and whatever, and if he's
but don't you think, Atul,
yeah,
Rohit Sharma has been very low-key at SCG, and that's bound to trigger speculations given he's led the team all this while?
He's not been low-key in SCG. He's just been low-key this tour ever since his comeback. And, the minute he landed, he should have actually been blunt. He should have been like baseball. He should have just opened the batting just because, you come back to your place. You can't just let, and then that was a signal that went to Australia that you batted lower down and you allowed KL out just because he batted well in the first match. So that sent the signal that you were not confident, and look at what happened, because it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And now I was the first one to say that, it's happened before in cricket. If you see 180 years of test cricket history, captains have rested themselves. It is and I would respect him. He'll be a bigger man, because you can see that he's not in the right frame of mind. And just to put this guy under pressure because he's gone number 3 opening it, and and he's not rested. He cannot be rested. Either he's dropped or he drops himself, and he still remains the captain, because the time of non-playing captain has arrived in cricket also, like in tennis.
Oh, so are you saying that's a possibility? He could be, still the captain, not feature in the playing 11? Is that a possibility?
So then what is this lip service Gautam Gambhir has been doing for 2-3 days? This will happen, this will happen. Walk the talk. Drop Rishabh Pant. Drop Rohit Sharma. Say you're sitting out. Play Jurel. Play Sarfraz Khan, because these are the guys you prepared for test cricket. So you are just going for the low-hanging fruit, talking about it, not doing anything, and the juggernaut moves on. And then this series gets over, we lose, and what happens? we'll forget about it because somebody will score runs in T20. That drama of cricket, and everything's okay. Then we'll play bilateral series. We'll beat them, and then we'll be number one in the world, and then everybody's happy. What's going on?
Okay, we have Ayaz Memon, senior sports journalist, with us as well. Very good evening to you, sir. But before that, Vimal, you've been in the thick of things. How do you see this? Atul spoke of a very interesting fact on why, so much hush-hush around what changes are to come in, etc. Tomorrow is going to be the D-Day when we finally see the playing 11 once the game commences. But that big message or the signal that came in from Gautam Gambhir when he was asked by, one of the reporters present there, why is Rohit Sharma not here? He said, isn't the head coach enough? So that's one of the reasons why, rumors are abuzz. Tell us what you made of the pre-match press conference.
Yeah, but actually there was a bit of drama when Gautam Gambhir came because it was an Australian journalist who asked, because traditionally in Australia every pre-match press conference is being attended by both captains, which has happened in all the matches. First match it was Bumrah, and then the next three matches Rohit Sharma. But today it was expected because by yesterday itself it was clear that Rohit Sharma will be resting himself. See, and this was apparent after India lost the MCG test match. This was quite clear. If anyone who watched the Rohit Sharma's press conference after the MCG defeat, I have never seen. I have been touring with this Indian team ever since Rohit Sharma has taken over. On all the tours, I have never seen Rohit Sharma so down, and it didn't come as a surprise. And in the morning, if you look at in the very morning, two visuals which were very clear when Jasprit Bumrah had a long chat with Gautam Gambhir in the dressing room. The entire team was in the main field, and then Jasprit Bumrah walks in, and then he just pats on the back of Shubman Gill, who was dropped for the last test match, clearly saying that he will play. And then Gautam Gambhir comes, he also pats in the similar fashion to Shubman Gill, and it was clear if Shubman Gill comes, who would come in whose place? It was Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma was nowhere. There were, the football game was going on, the warm-up game, and you could see that the entire team. I have covered all these warm-up games from the Perth, Adelaide, all the test match. There was a different kind of energy in all whether it was captain Jasprit Bumrah or either it was Rohit Sharma. There was not much change. The Indian team always looked in great spirit, but today it looked different. It looked. I would not say, people have been saying from outside, fracture, this, that, on the other, and I don't buy that because I have been with this Indian team. Yes, in any team, in any organization, there will be difference of opinions, but to say that this dressing room is fractured, coach versus captain, yes, it does look. If you look at the decisions, what the team managements are taken, it is quite clear. The chief selector, the head coach, the captain, they all are not on the same pages because, and you see the way playing 11 has been changed.
Yeah.
But overall, if you feel sad for someone like Rohit Sharma, just 6 months back, he had an outstanding World Cup. Previously, he led India to the ODI World Cup final, 10 straight matches. So everything was going great for him. And suddenly you see the fortune changing in such a way. Not only Rohit Sharma, all these. If you look at the India batting lineup, besides Yashasvi Jaiswal and Nitish Reddy, everyone has underperformed. Whether it was the last two tours, Hero Rishabh Pant, Shubman Gill, you name it, everyone. So I think the build up to this Sydney test, which is very important for India to win, to square the series, because on the last two tour India have won the series. This time they could at least draw the series and deny Australia still the BGT trophy. Remember, if India wins the Sydney test, Australia still will not retain the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, which India will retain that.
Oh yes, absolutely. More than Border-Gavaskar Trophy, I think there's much more at stake for India, which is the final spot in the World Test Championship, and that's what perhaps India is looking at. I want to go across to Atul because I see him nodding. But before that, Mr. Memon, how do you look at this? Jasprit Bumrah, he led the team in Perth. It was a 295-run triumph for the Indian team. Do you think, that makes Jasprit Bumrah a good fit as the captain? The last crucial test match against Australia, and very, very important at that for the Indian side.
Well, who else do you go to? I mean, if Rohit Sharma is not going to take the field, as seems now almost inevitable, then who else do you go to? Virat Kohli is an ex-captain. Rishabh Pant is probably fighting for his place in the team. Shubman Gill is just about to come back. It just leaves Jasprit Bumrah, who has captained earlier twice. One match he lost, one match he's won, which is on this tour, and he's been the outstanding player for India. So, in a sense, he inspired that win at Perth, and he's been actually, I mean, without Jasprit Bumrah, the scoreline would have been 4-0
But he's a pacer,
by now.
and he's one of those dependents who are irreplaceable in the Indian team. You know, with Mohammad Shami
He
not
wouldn't have
being
won the
there,
World Cup
with Akash
if
Dab,
it was not for
absolutely.
Bumrah.
Do you think concentrating all his energies not just on his bowling attack now, but also on his captaincy is going to be a fair deal, given the criticality of this game? Mr. Beman?
Well, yeah, but I mean, look at it from the other point of view. I mean, look at who's captaining Australia. It's Pat Cummins, who's arguably the second best bowler in the contest so far. India versus Australia in the 4 Test matches. He's got an outstanding record as a captain, though he's been the premier fast bowler for his team. So this whole thing about workload and whether it will affect a fast bowler, should fast bowlers be made captains? Why not only look at spinners? I think it's all hogwash. It's all old theory. I mean, in the past we've had Bob Willis, who's been a captain of India of England for many years. Imran Khan, Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus. There have been many captains. As Atul will tell you, when he used to play first class cricket, he didn't say that I can't captain because I'm a fast bowler. That's never the issue.
I was a captain. Yeah.
I would
you were a
gladly
that is,
accept that. I mean, given that we're really not left with a choice.
I tell
Yes.
you, when I was in my time, I asked, the narrative was that the fast bowlers don't have any brains. But and I was the captain of Delhi, and I forgot. Yeah, but imagine. So let me tell you about captaincy. I think it's overrated. Is Jasprit Bumrah is a genius. He didn't win it the Perth Test match with his captaincy, just the bowling. If you would have made me the captain of West Indies team in 1980s, I would have been the best captain ever. This is the point. So I think
But that also means him
rest it.
captaining in World Test Championship, England as well.
What is the WTC? Nobody cares about it. This product has got no traction. We lose this one, we'll go on Sri Lanka or Zimbabwe and we'll thrash them and we'll be number one. Everybody will be happy. So just don't go on. Just think about. And Vimal is my old friend, and I'm really in awe of him that he watches all the warm-up games also. So hats off to you. But I think whatever he said in his long thing, he told us history. Eventually I got that operation was successful, but the patient died.
Okay, Vimal, to you, the last word. Since, like I said, you're in the thick of things, I want to understand what your best bet is on who's going to make it to the playing 11. And what about the bowlers? What's the bowling attack going to shape up like?
What I saw from this practice match today, it's quite clear Rohit Sharma is resting himself. So KL Rahul goes at the top of the order.
You should say that I've dropped myself.
No, Yashasvi Jaiswal there.
I think Vimal is allowed to be humble about it. Yes,
no,
this is what we are Indians. We always say rest because it's older player, big player, should not mind it. Just say we are dropping you because you're not doing well.
Okay, Vimal.
No, but I would like to ask both senior guys, Ayaz Menon and Atul Vasan. When was the last time an Indian captain has dropped himself saying that I'm not good enough? When was the last time an Indian captain came, he was struggling in the press conference, not once, twice said that yes, I'm struggling, I'm trying my hardest. I have seen all these captains like Saurav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid and all these players, Sachin Tendulkar, and never seen that someone coming
and to be
publicly
fair,
and saying that.
I'll tell you why.
Can his test record be held against him vis-a-vis his ODI record?
I'll tell you. Why he's asking why he should not be doing this? Because I'll tell you.
So without taking away anything from
30 seconds to Atul and then I'm coming to
Okay. I'll tell you. This is the sadistic nature of Indians. We love to enjoy the misery of people who have been on a high horse. And that's what we want him to say. That I'm struggling. You just see how happy we are when rich people go to jail. This is the same thing. Why should we apologize?
Okay, not a very clear.
Why should he say all these things? Why do you nice?
Okay. Ayaz ji.
Yeah, so look, it's not the first time, as I mentioned, that a captain has dropped himself. It happened in Australia in 1974-75 when Mike Guinness.
I'm talking about India.
I understand.
I'll tell you.
No.
India. Give me an Indian example.
Okay,
no Indian captain. No Indian captain has done that.
I'm saying the issues about the world rested.
Maharaja.
He has. I think it's good if the decision. If Rohit is taking the decision about himself,
You don't
It is
deserve.
credit worthy for him that he has taken the decision.
Okay,
He has
clearly-
decided
that is-
not to play.
clearly we're all
That-
very, very ambitious about
That is what
Indian
I am
team
saying.
playing
That
in
is what I am
Sydney.
saying. It is
Clearly
for the
three-
first time in
three
Indian
very
cricket
aggressive
that
opinions coming
a
before.
captain has says that yes, I am struggling, and in the interest of the
Busy.
team, I don't deserve a place in the team, and he should be
Absolutely.
fired for that.
Okay, I
Yes,
think we all
obviously.
agree that we'll have to give that to Rohit Sharma. But let's see
Yes, you have to give it to Rohit,
what
yes.
makes the cut really and what works for the Indian side going into Sydney tomorrow. We're still watching out for those first visuals of the playing 11 on the field. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us this evening. We are into